1.1 question number B1. A plastic box 1.5 meter long, 1.25 meter width and 65 centimeter deep. Deep means it will give us the height, right? Is to be made. So from the dimensions we know that this will be a cuboid, right? They're all different, the data, right? It is open at the top, so we also find the area and also the cost. Okay, now if you look at a cuboid, how many faces does it have? It has 6 faces, right? But now in this question they say that it is open at the top. That means we have to ignore the top. Okay, we will not find the area of this top, which is length and breadth. All right, so let us start. So one thing you'll notice here is again that they've given us in meter, but when you look at the height, they've given us in centimeter, right? So we have to convert this first into meter. How do you do that? 65 divided by 100, then we'll convert it into meter. All right, now coming back to this box, if you look at the formula for surface area, so remember that the surface area of a cuboid is for 6 faces, right? That means all the faces you have to add, and that is how you get the surface area of a cuboid. But like the question told us here, the top has to be ignored because it is open area. We don't need to find this area, right? So if you look at the surface area of a cuboid formula, this is the formula, right? If I multiply it, then I'll get 2 times length breadth, then 2 times breadth height, and then 2 times height length. So this is what I've written here once we have multiplied. Okay, but if you look at the top, right, I have to ignore the length and breadth. Clear? That's why we will see here that instead of 2 length breadth, only 1 length breadth is there. Are we clear? We don't need to find the top area. This is ignored. It is not there, right? So in place of 2, it will just be, now the formula will be just 1 length breadth, but the other 2 will be fine. All right, so you can see here box is open at the top, therefore the area which is required for making the box, right, you can see here instead of 2 length breadth, just length breadth, and the other 2 remains the same. Okay, once you're done with that, you just have to start putting the values. Length is 1.5, height is 0.65, 2 is there because of the formula, then breadth is 1.25, height is 0.65, and then length is 1.5 and breadth is 1.25. So if you multiply these 3, 2 into 1.5 into 0.65, you will get 1.95. Same thing, multiply these 3, you will get this, multiply these 2, you will get this, and at the end you just have to add all of them, and that is how we're going to get a total surface area to be 5.45 meters square. So that we found the area. Okay, the cost of a sheet, if the sheet measuring 1 meter square costs ₹20, that means for 1 meter square you're asked to pay 20 rupees. Then how many meters square do we have? We have 5.45, right? So we just have to multiply to get the total cost. All right, so I've written here 1 meter square costs this much. How many meters square do we have? 5.45 meters square, right? So you multiply, you're going to see that we're going to spend 109 rupees. Alright, this is also almost similar to the first one. The length, breadth and height of a room are 5, 4 and 3. So once again, it is a cuboid, right? Find the cost of whitewashing the walls of the room and the ceiling. Alright, find the cost of whitewashing the walls of the room and the ceiling at a rate of 7.50. That means we first have to find the area, right? Once again, remember, the floor is excluded. Okay, we're not going to whitewash the floor. Clear? That means same thing like your previous question. A cuboid has 6 faces, but we're going to ignore the floor. That means we just have 5 faces, right? So once again, if you look at the floor, it will be length and breadth. You can see here the floor is length and breadth. We have to ignore 1. Okay, so once again, just like your first question, the formula will be the same again. Alright, so let us find the area of the 5 faces. Okay, therefore area to be whitewashed, twice length height, twice breadth height, and LB. Remember, there's no more 2 here, right? Because only the top has been taken here. Right, the floor is not considered. Okay, once you're done with that, you just have to keep on putting the value. 2, then length is 5, height is 3, then 2 is there, then breadth is 4, height is 3, then length is 5, then breadth is 4. So you multiply these 3, 2 5 is a 10, 10 3 is a 30, right? 2 4 is a 8, 8 3 is a 24, and then 5 4 is a 20. Once you add, the total area, the total surface area is going to come out to be 74 meters square. So what did they say? At the rate of rupees 7.5 meters square, and we have 74, right? So we just have to multiply both. So for per meter square is this much, right? How many meters square do we have? 74 meters square. So you have to multiply, and you will see that we're going to spend rupees 555 for whitewashing.